Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Huh. Let's try again. Against the king on the first rank, the rook on the second rank. What does it mean? Good luck. Well, it means what it looks like it means, right? It can be a fierce attacking piece. Are you... Wait. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Is this so strong? I don't remember this thing. I have to take it, don't I? Hmm. Well, okay, so I'm probably toast here. That's unfortunate. So anyway, as to today's proverb, yeah, a rook on a second rank can be just as effective as a rook on the first rank. Don't count it out. They stop me from advancing my pawns, so I start chasing the rook. Bishop drop. Hashtag this is fine. Um, I guess chasing the rook let this happen. Hmm. So yeah, this is going to be a challenging game. Because I'm already down material. And probably going to lose more material. On the other hand, I don't know. There's got to be something positive here. Ah, right. So now I'm kind of forced to drop the silver. Where does it go? It's not where I wanted to put it, but I think I have to put it there. So I can still attack on this edge. Um, we'll see how effective this is. Do I take this bishop? What can I do with the bishop? Don't know. My opponent does have a pawn in hand. Alright, I don't see anything better, so we're taking it. Frickin' bishop. I missed that. Let's go. Yeah, I was gonna drop a second pawn here, but that just gets me in deep, deep doo-doo. So instead I just vacated the square, and we'll find out if there's a use for it. Yeah. Um, of course, I have a cautious opponent. Yep. Nifu is a fast way to end a game. Alright, so we'll pull this gold forward and hope that I have something.
$7
Don't know why my opponent allowed this, but here we are. I'm attacking the silver, also just threatening to retreat with tempo. So let's back up. Bishop drop wins my rook, but I couldn't stop that anyway. So now what? I'll attack this flank. Either continue luring this general further away from the king, or get some influence this way. Maybe they drop a silver way far away from their king. There's a fork. Whatever. I didn't need pieces to win this game anyway. Um, I'll defend this gold and attack the knight. Don't need my bishop. We'll live without it somehow. So I've got no initiative, and not much of a real threat just yet, as far as I can see. Mm-hmm. And my opponent plays defense. Um, great. Pawn drop just slows my attack even slower. But it does cut off like sacrifices that would split my castle open. So my opponent might hesitate to drop the pawn. They might drop something else. Alright, back we go. At least someday the rook might be a nice target, if I can ever hit it. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's resourceful. Um, I'm not going to back up. Let's keep going. Forward, forward, ever forward. I mean, sure, the reality of this position dictates that I kind of have to retreat, but who says that I have to be beholden to reality? Arguably, nature says that.
5分。
Yeah, arguably, well, let's see what I can do. Getting more generals might make it easier to attack. So if they... Well, they can't even offer a silver for gold, but if I had another silver, it could go here. Um, hmm. I can bring this silver up. I could bring the knight up. Pawn drop is kind of mean. Although, now that they've taken my center pawn, I could counter pawn drop with pawn drop. That's funny. Also, since I'm in check, I don't have much choice but to defend my king. Okay. Um, hmm. If I do silver takes, I lose a defender here. Hmm. Defense is not possible. Let's attack. Well, if I had all the time in the world, I could checkmate my opponent. Problem is, their attack is surely faster. Except for this dumb rook here. This here rook has seen better days. But the rest of their attack looks pretty solid. So I did silver takes because I expect pawn drop and I have to retreat. Um, but I can still take here with the silver. So my attack doesn't completely die out. Strange. Alright. Well, I've cut off my opponent's bishop. Surely they expected this. Hmm.
3分。
Hmm. Um.
2分30秒。
This is tricky. I think I have time for this. Hmm. I do not think I have time for this. Okay.
2分。
Let's go. Where's this bishop going?
1分30秒。
There's a defending attacking move. Bishops tend to be effective at that sort of thing. Hmm. This policy of trying to delay the inevitable only goes so far. Um,
1分。
hmm. Okay, I run. What's your move? This rook in the corner is the real problem. It just gives me an unlimited number of tempi. Um, Not quite unlimited, but dang well close.
30秒。
Thanks for the game. One down, two to go. Good luck. So the moral of the story against the king on the first rank, the rook on the second rank, was today's proverb. Um, but also just don't bottle your rook in the corner, because it's never getting out. It doesn't matter how much the rook is worth if it is completely shut in the corner. So one could argue the finesses of some tactics, something or other to that game, but no, the real moral that is just don't bottle your rook in the corner. The game would have been a lot easier if they could have used their rook. Oh shit. They're building the fortress. I should be attacking on this file. Yeah, I'm on the wrong file. At least I could play pawn 5-5. Makes pawn 5-4 a bit trickier to do. Um, it's not that tricky to do. Go figure. Here I am talking about don't bottle your rook in a corner. And what am I doing? Yep, you guessed it. Alright, so can I do anything useful here? The fun move is pushing the pawn forward and trying to trap my silver. They didn't play the fun move. Um, yeah, this is a hot mess. Um, the bishop's blocked at least this turn, so let's take advantage of that. If the opponent wants, they can attack my silver. And we get kind of a fun game out of this. So my bishop's pinned, so I'm not able to take on 4-4. If they try to force me to make hard choices. Instead, the silver has to take and retreat and trap this rook. So we'll do that. Hmm. When you're making moves instantly that have grave consequences, maybe try to think about what those consequences are. Maybe I should apply that advice myself, but would I be streaming in this case? So I could take this pawn for free. Could also exchange silvers. Um, At least I'm trying. I am up on time, though. Which indicates that I'm not trying very hard. Exchanging silvers looks scary. Let's just go this way. If I push, the knight jumps out. It's not... I've seen worse, but... there's... Is there any profit to forcing that? I wonder.
7分、
Oh wait, they blocked their bishop. Um... Hmm. Let's chance time this. Let's see how this goes. This looks fun. Your king is in the middle of the board, sir. You need to win this right now, or I'm going to get a turn to attack. Yeah, I got this far, and I'm like, well, gosh, I don't know what's going on, but their king's here. My king actually... I mean, they'd be much better off if the king were in the corner, and I can't let that happen. So, Tori the Panda says, against Yagura Ushid-Nifu. I mean, I did drop a pawn, and then I dropped another pawn on the same file. It wasn't Nifu, though. Maybe there's a hidden wisdom. Yeah, okay, so I could just move my gold over. Or I could take the rook. Wait, Yagura sucks against lateral attacks here. So I should just take the rook. I don't care if I'm losing a gold. Do I? I'll only drop the gold here. That is cumbersome. If I run over, silver drop, I take, bishop takes, hits my rook. Gold over, silver drop, gold takes pawn, they take here. Okay, so there's... Yeah, there's nothing perfect here. This is the best I'm gonna get. That's fine. I don't see my king in a mating net here. So I'm just going to retreat. Let's go. Silver drop, bishop drop is a bit intense. Maybe running to the side was better. Well, if bishop drop, I take the bishop and run my king into... Getting in the corner's hard. Yeah, I should have just run over here. It looked spooky. Like, bishop drop fork, they pick this off, and then the rook. So this deals with that, but running my king up the board is risky. It would be somewhat safer if I had the edge completely open, but I don't. On the bright side, um, this is kind of my opponent's problem, not so much my problem to solve. Um, hmm. Okay. Oh, this drop. Okay. If I go up, there's mate in 3, so going this way instead. Their attack is so close to landing extremely hard. But I don't see the mate. Nifu would have been a faster way to end this for sure. Hmm. Okay, I need to abandon ideas of trying to mate them here. I just focus on my own defense. My mating attack is too slow. Um, let's remove this. I was tempted to bring the pawn over, but it's just much too slow. Okay, that defends the bishop indirectly. Um, since there's a pawn on the file, this lance cannot be blocked by a pawn. Yeah, they get my knight. I can't stop that. My rook might follow, but my king escapes. Um, hmm. Not sure what's going on there.
3分、
What's this about? I'm not sure it matters much. Let's go. So I'm trying to mate them now. Not just focusing on escaping my king, but rather I can make some substantive threats. Maybe a gold general would help them defend better against my counterattack. Maybe that's the meaning of this pawn drop. Or it just cuts off my rook. That's probably the stronger meaning of it. Um, I almost walked into mate in 1. Do you see how close I am to being mated in 1 here? That close. This isn't much better.
2分30秒。
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't want the fork, that's fine too. Yeah, I should have escaped my king instead of trying to be fancy. Alright, no need to be fancy here. Well, it is a counter check, isn't it? Tactics, tactics everywhere. Yay.
2分。
I could just take this. My opponent's hand is empty. Minus the gold. So... they threaten
1分
me.
30秒。
How do I escape this mate? Like, carefully paying attention to what my opponent is threatening. Alright. Fine. Oh, they had one of those. Okay then.
1分。
Let's go.
30秒。
What a mess. What a mess.
,20 秒。 10秒。
I don't see a mate. Thanks for the game. Two down. One to go. He says wearily. Oh, okay. We can do this, maybe. Good luck. You saw the kaboom, right? Maybe you weren't watching. Shogi is hard. But yeah, your chances improve by playing good moves. Even in time pressure, play with a plan. Playing without a plan does nobody any favors. I need a frickin' plan. Alright, fine. Oh, Night Up would have been interesting. Sure, the knight is quickly a target, but, whatever. So this, I'd like to target this point with tempo. I don't think I get to. I'll just play gold up, but then my rook can target this gold. Don't push your center pawn in the bishop exchange openings. Well, it's already pushed. Um, okay. This is gonna be rough. This knight is a target in some variations. Oh. My opponent forks my pawns. Wait a second. They can't keep getting away with this, can they? No, I'm just kidding, but, um, let's go. I'm probably getting mated here, but it looks fun. Oh, they can retreat. Duh. Um... Well, I'm in trouble. I'll defend my rook, just in case there's a fork somewhere. Pawn drop, pawn takes, rook takes. How do I counter that? Pawn drop again. Eh. I don't seem to have too much here. Okay, I'm gonna defend my silver. Oh shit. I mean, that looks spooky. It probably is. Oh, of course. Duh. Bishop takes, or rook takes. Both look fine. I might not be winning this one. I might not be winning this one. So... Okay, we're not going to drop the center pawn. So instead I have to give away the corner. Trying to run this way, I get checked by the bishop. So we'll just keep running. So I've given away like 3 or 4 pieces for almost 0 compensation. But somehow things will work out. Maybe. Probably not. Uh,
7分
let's push this before I have no chance to. I'll just keep running. Running is good exercise. And boy, my king feels like exercising today. Oh, look, I trapped my bishop. Oh well. Um... Hmm... Hmm... Jeez, this looks pretty dire. This looks pretty dire. Alright, so they got my knight, too. They don't have a gold general in hand. I almost can... Well, yeah. Let's see. Hmm. I have one pawn I can block future checks with, so I guess I'm running this way. With my one pawn defense, I can avoid losing a rook for a lance. Okay. Where's my sparkling counterattack? It's about time for me to have something amazing that turns the tables. No, that doesn't work. Let's try this one. How bad can it be? 5 moves later. Thanks for the game. No. Yeah. Ain't much I can do here. Let's go. Alright, they actually didn't take my rook. I could still take it. They do.
5分
Um... Hmm. Here we go. Hmm. Okay. Hashtag this is fine. Um. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna try a wild gamble. Rook drop wins my bishop, but that's okay. As long as there's not a dragon right next to my king. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh. That's not a greedy move. Um, well, I gotta carry out my threat now. Okay. So today's proverb is a rook on the second rank is effective against a king on the first rank. Doesn't mention anything about a king on the third rank. Hashtag this is fine. Yeah, see, the proverb didn't mention this, so it's gotta be fine. Right? Um, okay. Guess we're running. That's not check. Um, oh my goodness. Hey, I could drop a rook on the second rank. Um, problem is my opponent instantly mates me. But if you ignore that,
3
then,
分
then everything's fine. So, hmm. There's nothing I can do to trick them here. That's unfortunate.
2分30秒
Oh, there's even silver drop mate in one threat. Uh, okay. There's another mate threat, but maybe they won't see it. Or they just don't want to play it. Um, okay.
2分
Is there some way out of this? Nope. Well, hang on. No, pawn takes mates. Alright, thanks for the game. Can't win them all. So, it helps to play familiar openings, and I'm still learning that one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.